Hello my dear baby bats, I'm Chris. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Here we do a lot of tarot readings and a lot of spiritual things and K-pop and art. We have everything here. So today we are going to have a reading which is requested by one of my subscribers. So as you guys know, very recently Heeseung left Enhypen. So Enhypen was the 7-member group under Hybe, and now it has 6 members and 1 member Heeseung went solo. So my dear baby bat wanted to know what happened to Heeseung and what's the energy of the group, what's the energy of Heeseung, what can happen, what is the direction of the group, and what it will be the direction of Heeseung's solo journey as well. So this was a topic that I wanted to discuss earlier, but I know I didn't want to clickbait you guys when that issue was like on fire. You know, I didn't want to stress anybody, so I thought of taking on that topic after things calm down a little bit. So we are here again. We are gonna check what is the energy of Heeseung and Enhypen now, and what was the energy before, how are they doing. We're gonna check everything. So this is gonna be an interesting reading. I think this reading is probably gonna be over 20 minutes, 30 minutes, because I don't know, actually this reading could go on and I might have to cut this video into 2 parts. I will let you guys know if that happens. So right now we are going to start reading. I'm still arranging things, my dears. I think this is a reading that I did without a plan. I just felt like doing it today, so I'm doing it. I think it's been a while since I did any reading for the public. I have been really busy, my dear, with the private readings. If you want to have a private readings with me, if you want to have a private reading with me, come talk to me in my DMs, on my DMs in Instagram, so we can book your private reading, or we can make your personalized subliminals. I do make subliminals as well. So if you're ready, get something to eat, get something to drink, and let's start with the reading. Okay, my dear, so the first spread that we are gonna do is about the situation. This is gonna be a clarity spread, so we're gonna get 1 card about the overall situation and 3 cards which will describe us the contributing factors of the situation. So I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the original one, for this spread. Okay, let's see what was the overall situation is like. We have the 10 of Wands. Can I get 3 cards for the contributing factors that make the situation happen? So when I talk about situation, I'm talking about how they became a 6-member group and Heeseung left for solo, and it was not what I sense is that it was not a pleasant departure from the group. It was a messy one. So yeah, I'm also seeing a lot of difficulties within the group, with the members and with the company. There's a lot of that energy is coming up. So I will describe you guys what I'm exactly seeing in a few seconds. I'm getting 1 more card that will be the contributing factors. Okay, we got all the cards in here. So the overall situation is described by the 10 of Wands, and the contributing factors are described by the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So you guys can already see we have 2 5 cards, which means there's some kind of disagreement happening here. So with the 10 of Wands, I'm seeing the workload. Okay, I'm seeing there was a lot of workload, and this happened to be weighing on Heeseung, who was wishing to have more time for himself so he can produce something for himself. So he wanted to produce some music. He probably had some ideas about, okay, I could do this, you know. He's probably like an artist who wanted to make more music. I think I can compare him to Suga being an Agostee or Aramas Rap Monster, because they have produced their own solo albums even when they were doing the group activities, right? So just like that, Heeseung seemed to wish for that. Not only Heeseung, I would say even the rest of the members, some of the members were also harbored this feeling, because the group project and the group schedules were really burdening them, and they couldn't express themselves that much. So what I'm saying is, when I talk about this, actually a situation that affected all the members. There's a lot of schedules going on, there's a lot of work as a group, and this actually buried the individual expression to a lot of the members within the group. And especially Heeseung, he felt so burdened. He felt like, oh, yeah, I am the pillar of this group. Like, I am the one that was responsible for this group in a way. Like, he felt like he was so much responsible for this group. I don't know the story behind the group actually, dear, so I'm just kind of picking up the energies. So he felt even more burdened because he was carrying the members behind his back. He felt like he was taking a lot of responsibilities at once. And then with him wanting to pursue his solo career felt like a selfish deed. He felt like it was selfish. And this was the same feeling with many members as well. They also wanted to do solo albums, and they wanted to do different projects than just doing this one project, right? Being as a group and doing a lot of schedules related to the group, it was so tiring. I feel like they had a lot of concerts, they had a lot of other activities. It was kind of taking up all the time, sucking up all the energy, so they had no time for self-expression. And some of the members already felt like we don't see a future as independent artists, like solo artists. I think when it comes to BTS, that's an exception, because they were able to have a very successful group success, and also they were able to establish themselves as the solo artists, especially the rap line in Jungkook and Taeyang. They all, and Jimin, they all were able to establish as solo artists. But when it comes to Enhypen, they also wish for this, but I feel like this conflict arose. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong words. This conflict came to being because Heeseung was the one who raised this issue first. Okay, he wanted to create his music the most, and he was stressed out because of the group activities, and he was not getting enough time. He wanted to self-produce, he wanted to make his own music and stuff, and he was the one to raise this first. And at the same time, even if these thoughts were going on inside the minds of other members, they were not ready to sacrifice the group for that. Well, that's a big statement. I will rephrase it a little bit in a better way. So I feel like if the other members also felt this, but they felt like, oh, the group is about the solo career. They felt like the group is more important than solo careers, and they kind of like surrendered to the idea of sacrificing their solo careers for the group activities. But when it comes to Heeseung, he felt suffocated because he wanted to express himself a lot, and he felt like it will be more difficult for him to stay in the group than the pain of departing the group. I feel like the pain of not expressing himself outweighed the pain of leaving the group. So I will say it might seem selfish for the other members, and it might seem as irresponsible for the other members, but it was Heeseung's decision. So this is a main overall situation. This is a main situation that happened, and I'm saying that this is a very tired person. This is a decision made by a very tired, exhausted man. And the other members, they're also exhausted, but at the same time they are more in a situation where they are not that into departing from the group to start a solo career. Maybe they wanted them, the best solution could have been them keeping the group, but at the same time having solo debuts, solo debuts and also solo albums, but without departing the group. But I feel like the schedules were arranged in a way that they couldn't take a break from the group activities. So it was really tight. So when tight situation came about, the company kind of put this decision. The company kind of decided this decision, and Heeseung accepted this decision, and this kind of caused kind of turmoil within the group, and they kind of had ego clash. That's what I'm seeing here. The reason why I'm saying ego clash is because we have the one's energy here, and the one's energy can talk about willpower, and I feel it can also talk about the ego. So there was ego clash, like, okay, why is he doing this? He's so selfish, and why is he leaving us behind like that to pursue his solo career? Even the group members were kind of like fed up with that idea. But the thing is, they all kind of feel the same thing, but at the same time they don't want to be like Heeseung. They don't want to be doing that, so they don't want to be the one who is doing that, and they don't want Heeseung to leave the group. So it was what happened in the group. It was the overall situation, and I'm seeing a lot of criticism in here. Even without me looking into other contributing factors, I see a lot of criticism, like, why would you do that when you are the one responsible for this group? Why would you do that when you are the one who's supposed to be the pillar of the group? Why would you do that when you are the one, you are meant to be part of the group? You're meant to be one group, with one mind. And even for him, it was so heavy, and I feel like he was so tired and so energetically down. He didn't have any motivation. He didn't see, like, he felt like he was really bad for doing that, and at the same time he felt like if he didn't do that, he will be suffocating himself much more. So this is a very interesting thing, because we can see the situation in different perspectives. So I don't want to blame any perspectives, because as a person, that's what Heeseung deemed the most aligned decision, and for the group it was the wrong decision. For the group it was a very stupid decision, because Enhypen is pretty much popular group. If you think about that, Enhypen, or many just like many hype groups, Enhypen is a very popular group with a huge fandom. So this was a situation which did disappoint a lot, if not all the fans. Okay. So let's go through the contributing factors. This will be like the individual events, or it could be the energies or anything that happened that led to this situation. Okay, led to Heeseung completely leaving the group. Okay, this feels like he's completely packing his clothes, packing his stuff, and completely leaving the group. There's no attachment, no good feeling, to each other, because they had a very, very unsavory departure. They had a very unsavory separation. Okay, so we have the two of swords in here. This is like the energy of uncertainty about the future. So this was the energy that was in Heeseung's mind. The uncertainty, like, will I be able to have a solo career? Will I be able to be an independent artist? What will happen to what will happen to me if Enhypen went down? What will happen to me if I will never get to produce my own music? When will I be able to show my creativity? I'm not showing the extent of my potential. So, and he also felt like, I am lying to myself with the music that we are doing right now doesn't express me that well. So I want to show who I am, what are my ambitions through my music. The one that I'm doing right now, it doesn't show the real me. So this was an identity crisis for Heeseung. And with the Five of Pentacles, this also concerns something with the money a little bit. I'm feeling that Enhypen, I don't know what happened. I feel like there was a little bit shortage in their the money allotted to the group for the production, for the music production, for the album. There was like the budget was not the best, and I feel like they also lost some money. I don't know actually, dears. I'm getting that there were a little bit of money loss, a little bit financial loss. I'm seeing a little bit financial loss. So maybe their salaries, the individual salaries is not the best. Okay, so Enhypen I think this energy was felt by all the members. Like they were not paid that much for the work they were putting out. They were really tired after every day or everyday concert. They're really tired. And they have to manage their image. They have to manage their attitude. They have to do all these things, and they are still feeling like they're underpaid and overworked. And this is not satisfactory. And on top of that, they're not able to show themselves truly, creatively express themselves truly. So this was also the second contributing factors that led to this kind of departure from the group, unexpected departure from the group. And the third contributing factor is the Five of Swords. This just like I told you guys before. This is a difference in opinions. Okay, so difference in opinions, and they were like fighting and stuff. And I feel like, I don't know if I should say this, but I feel like they were a little bit things about the company favorites and the other people being jealous of that. Maybe Heeseung or some other members were getting a much more favorable treatment from the company. I mean, this is something that can happen anywhere in K-pop, so I'm not surprised. So that actually led to some kind of jealousy, and also the way Heeseung was able to move to a solo career immediately. This also felt some of the core members a little bit jealous and bitter about this. So they felt like Heeseung took it all. This is like the feeling of some of the members, because they also wish the same as Heeseung is doing now, but they didn't have that energy. They didn't have that much yearning for this change. So they were bitter, and I feel there were bitter verbal fights between them, even like severe connection. Maybe even they blocked each other. This was a very tough situation. This was a very bad situation. So that's what happened to them. So we are going to continue to see their current energies, and we are going to see the future energies as well. So let's go to the second part. Hello my dears, welcome to the second part of this reading. In this part, we are going to see the current energies of Enhypen and Heeseung, and also going to see what they're feeling right now. So we're going to get 2 cards for each of these parties. So let's start with the group. What are the current energies of the group? What are the current energies of the group Enhypen? Okay, we got 1 card. Right, then we're gonna see the current feelings. What are the current feelings of the group? This is the energy of all the members. Okay, we got the Daughter of Pentacles. The Daughter of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles in Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay, so we got the Justice and the Page of Pentacles here. So the current energies of the Enhypen, I want to literally talk about this card. So I feel like, good or bad, bitter way or anything, I feel like they feel like the justice was paid for Heeseung's action. So this is a kind of bitter feeling, right? I feel like this, like the members, some of the members or even all of the members think Heeseung got what he deserved. He wasn't wrong, so that's why he got this harsh criticism. He meant to deserve, or he meant to have all these negative comments on online. This is a surprising thing, I know, but I think because they had a very bitter separation, this was their reaction. This is their energy right now. They feel like, okay, he was selfish, and he put his own personal feelings over what the group wanted. So whatever he's having right now, whatever negative criticism that he's receiving online right now, he deserves it. Whatever loss he's having now, he deserves it. So they feel like that the justice was served. They feel like, yeah, everything was the karma was there. They feel like the karma came to hit Heeseung. And when it comes to their feelings, and when we talk about the feelings, we have the Page of Pentacles in here. So this energy is like starting over kind of energy, because this is a page. The page is like the I want to say like page is like the beginner when it comes to things. It's like the like a trainee, trainee in something. So the Page of Pentacles could talk about somebody who starts again from the bottom, because they were like in the top. I feel like Enhypen was pretty much in the top, and they had this unfortunate situation, so they have to come back again. So they're kind of like in the Page of Pentacles, and it is not as intense as the King of Pentacles, who got everything, but it's like they have something left, or they have the energy to start again, and they can make it work as a group, as a 6-member group, and they have their own album ideas, their music ideas, their own resources, everything sorted out. So they're like, okay, let's start again, let's start from the scratch, let's start like with a renewed sense that we are a 6-member group. So that is the energy right now. So let's move to the energy of Heeseung right now. Okay, what is the energy of Heeseung right now? Okay, we got the 2 all ones in reverse. And what is he feeling right now? The energy and feeling is not that different, but we will get more information like that. That's why I'm getting 2 cards. We have the Mother of Cups. Interesting. So when it comes to his life, the energy of his life with the 2 all ones in reverse, he feels like, oh, everything is blocked. Like, I can't go out, I can explore the world. I feel like he feels like his opportunities are blocked right now, and that's true. Like right now he probably is not getting as much as work or as much as work opportunities because of the criticism that he's receiving from everywhere. So that is happening right now in his life. He feels like he is in a place where he feels a little bit stuck. But then when it comes to his emotion, his feeling, we have the Queen of Cups, which is like he feels relaxed, and he feels like he's good by himself, and his emotions are on the right place. So he feels so much better than he was in the group when they were having issues about the solo and the group activities, you know. So he feels like, oh, those were in the past, now I'm feeling much better, now I'm being myself, and I'm feeling myself a lot. So right now I would say he's much more like trying to focus on himself, trying to focus on nurturing his mind, nurturing his body, and nurturing his emotions, because he was in a tough place earlier. So right now he's like recuperating kind of, and he's actually, maybe it's also symbolizes that he's not going out that much. So he's like probably staying his home, or in a homey comfy place in his family home or something, and he's like kind of recuperating, bringing that energy back to him, because he was really tired before. So I'm actually not taking anybody's sides, my dears. I'm just talking from the energies, okay? I am not an engine. I think that's a fandom of Enhypen. So I just know a little bit about the situation, and because I'm an army, so I get to know a little bit about what happened like that. So that's all I got. So let's continue this reading, and let's go to the part 3, where we'll be checking the future energies of both these parties. So let's go. Okay, my dear baby bears, we are coming to the final part of this reading, the third and final part of this reading. Here we're going to check the future energies of Enhypen and Heeseung. So we are using the Rider-Waite original deck, and also the Wild Unknown Oracle deck, Archetype deck, to see the future energies. So I'm gonna get 2 cards for each of the parties. So let's start with the group. What is the future energy of the group Enhypen? What's the future energy of the group Enhypen? We have 2 cards in here. I'm gonna take two of these cards because I just feel like that. So we're gonna get 1 card from the Archetype deck for the future energies of the group. This is a very interesting deck, and Archetype deck is actually based on the visions and dreams the creator of this deck had while making this one. So we got 2 cards for this as well, so I'm gonna take both of these. I actually started this with that I will only take 1 card from each of these decks, but I think whatever comes across is needed to be talked about. So yeah, so let's see 1 card for Heeseung for the future. 1 card for Heeseung for the future, please. 1 card for Heeseung for the future. What is the future of Heeseung? What is the future of Heeseung? If you guys want to have a private reading with me, don't be shy, my dears. Just come and DM me so we can have a private reading. So we have 2 cards for Heeseung as well. So I'm gonna get some cards from the Archetype. Please, can I get a card about Heeseung's future from this deck, please? What is the future of Heeseung? I might be butchering his name because I don't know how to pronounce it well. Okay, Alright, my dear, so let's start with the group. Okay, I'm just gonna turn these cards upside down so I can focus on the energies of the group first. So for the group, I'm getting the 8 of Wands and the Tower card. Then we have the Ring and we have the Nectar. Interesting. So with the 8 of Wands energy and the Tower card, right? Which is interesting because the Tower card already happened, right? Tower card is when Heeseung left the group, so something unexpected, something that was not that was unsavory happened, that was not good happened, and they felt it was so bad in the beginning. But with the 8 of Wands energy, I feel that's gonna bring a positive change for the group, because they feel like now all of the energies are aligned. Now all they have same mindset, like, and same perspective when it comes to the album and the group activities. The rest of the members are gonna be fine, and the rest of the members are gonna be more and more successful, and they're gonna be making more and more music. So the Tower card already happened, the worst is already over, right? So now they only have positive forward movement, and it's gonna happen really fast. They're gonna move really fast. The members are gonna move from this even very fast, and they're gonna be promoting their album. They're gonna be doing concerts and music and everything with a much more fresh mind. They're moving on really fast, which is interesting. Then we have the Ring and we have the Nectar. And the Ring, every time Ring reminds me of the Archangel from the I think it's the Christian angel. Like Archangel is like one of the interesting angels. It has a different type of form, and this Ring actually reminds me of Archangel, even though it's more similar to the serpent. Serpent can also be protective, you know. So the Ring card to me, the Archangel energy to me is like more protection for this group for the future. Like their future is protected. That's like that. So I don't see a lot of issues for the future. I feel like this group is gonna be fine and long-lasting one. I don't feel like this is going to disband anytime soon. This group is gonna be stronger and more amazing coming forward. Going forward, it's gonna be protected, and it's gonna be just amazing. And just like BTS, Enhypen is also gonna be staying for a long time. Then we have Nectar in here. This is like the lesson learned kind of moment. This card, even though it's a nectar, it actually have a lot of spiritual connotations. So this like you went through hardships, now you can taste the nectar of your hard work, or you have been through difficult times, now you have learned something wise, and now you have learned a wisdom that could shape your life. So I feel like when Enhypen left the group, it has opened the eyes of the members for some reason. Okay, when it comes to in Heeseung's perspective, I don't know if I said that right. The first sentence, I wonder. Okay, when Heeseung left the group, it kind of opened a new perspective for the rest of the members, and that is going to bring a new change, a different kind of awakening in them. So it's more like a spiritual awakening, like they are able to see things much more clearly, and that will probably and hopefully will help them make more amazing music, and also maybe they can also be doing solo activities at one time in the future, right? I know there's a lot of information, and it's kind of jumbled because I feel like the members are kind of like, of course, I would say their mind is still baffled, but it's gonna be clear soon. So maybe I'm kind of bluffing because their mindset is kind of like that. You know, I'm picking their energies. So when it comes to Heeseung's energy, let's go to Heeseung's energies now. Okay, we are going to Heeseung's energies. I'm just gonna keep the cards for the group's energy just like that. Heeseung's energies are 7 of Pentacles and the Moon. Okay, and then we have the Pilgrim, which is interesting. So with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like his future energies, there's still gonna be a feeling of regret and loss. I feel like, just like I told you guys before, he felt like his horizons have shrunk and he doesn't feel like there's any opportunities for him right now. and in the future too, he's feeling like he kind of lost something that was so precious to him. He is kind of nostalgic about the time he spent with the group, and he's going to be reminded of that in the future, reminiscent of that in the future. And also he's feeling like, oh my god, I left a golden opportunity slide, because he will be watching the group going bigger and bigger, right? The group is going to be successful. But as a solo artist, it's kind of difficult for K-pop idols to be solo artists and stay relevant. It's kind of difficult because the market is already saturated enough. So he's going to feel that energy, even though his money flow is not as good as when he was in the group, and the things are not as perfect as it was in the group. The things are actually not that bad, it's still okay, but for his standards, it's not as amazing as he thought it would be like. He's probably not gonna be having a lot of monetary funds, a lot of success, and I don't think he'll be able to put his music out just as perfect as he wanted it to be out, so that energy isn't here. Like he's not really satisfied with the outcome of his solo career. That energy is here, and also he's feeling a little bit regret about leaving the group. Okay, and we have the moon card in here. This is also kind of like the energy of delusion, and also like the moon card can talk about a lot of things. So this could be like the shadow self, the fears and stuff, the duality, the time he spent as part of the Enhypen. That version is different than the version of him that's becoming now, right? The version of the solo artist Heeseung is different than the Enhypen Heeseung. So those energies, and then he's more realizing that he's both at the same time. He is real, and also he's a persona. So that kind of identity shift is happening. He's kind of, instead of pushing out that Enhypen Heeseung persona, he's kind of embracing that together. He's bringing that both into his life, into his musical life, into his independent musical career. And this will be a theme of his music going forward. He will be talking about how he felt different when he was in the group, and how he felt like he was wearing the mask, and all these things will be themes of his upcoming music as a solo artist. Okay, and then we have the pilgrim here. So the pilgrims are some people, the term pilgrim means somebody who go visit the holy sites to gain salvation, right? So it kind of reminded me of the Canterbury Tale, just like interesting old English. I think that's the old English it's not a poem. I think it's an epic poetry or something like that. I forgot. I was a literature major, guys. I forgot. What was that? What type of words was that? I forgot that. Oh, please forgive me. Please let me know if you guys also study Canterbury Tales. Okay. So just like that, I feel like Heeseung will be in a pilgrimage. Okay, he's like the pilgrim, so he's moving from one place to another, seeking wisdom, seeking enlightenment, seeking what is the best, what is more enlightening for him. So one place to another. So I feel like he will be able to travel abroad too, because this energy is the energy of traveling, right? So he will be able to perform abroad and perform in different countries, and being known for his artistic endeavors and stuff. But I feel like when it comes to the financial success, I'm not seeing a great success, or I'm not seeing great success as a solo artist, but it's satisfactory enough. But it takes a while for him to see that he's doing well. Even though he's not doing amazing, he's doing well. It's gonna take him a while to see he has been successful all along, and he has been successful in other ways in his career, like emotional expression, free. He will be able to express himself freely. He'll be able to express his creativity freely without boundaries and stuff like that. So he'll be able to understand that a little bit later. But in the immediate future, he's gonna see a little bit kind of like he feel like he's falling back when the crowd is moving forward. So that was the reading, my dears.
𝙏𝙤𝙢𝙀𝙀